once we knew what authenticity was. We could touch it in a handwritten letter or see it in a painter's brushstroke. But when photography arrived, it did more than capture light. It captured a kind of truth that even the subject couldn't escape. Others called this that, has been. But now deepfakes and AI-generated media make even time unreliable. What happens when every image can be fabricated with perfect plausibility? The original no longer matters, because there is always another version, more convincing. It was a way to preserve time, to document what couldn't be said in words. But it also revealed a flaw in our belief system. If the camera can lie, what is real? Flusser argued that photographers don't find reality. They create it through the camera's program. The world becomes a set of possibilities waiting for someone to click. It's not about capturing life. It's about making new versions of it.
The earliest computers were not machines at all, but ideas. Mechanical ingenuity, like Babbage's analytic engine, laid the conceptual groundwork for programmable computation, transforming abstract.
Authenticity used to be tied to an original, a document, a painting, a signature in ink. But today, fakeness has become so refined, we don't just tolerate it, we prefer it. Instagram filters mimic film grain. Handwritten fonts are algorithmically generated. The human touch is no longer a trait, but a feature that can be bought and sold. We've moved from valuing the original to mastering its imitation. And in doing so, trust becomes manufactured, not earned. Even in the 1980s, programmers tried to make machines feel less mechanical. They added jitter effects and random delays to mimic human hesitation. My dehumanization was a technical fix for an existential crisis. How do you make a lifeless signal feel alive? The result wasn't honesty. It was performance engineering. We didn't want robots to think we wanted them to pretend they felt. The line between real and fake dissolves when imperfection becomes a menu item. We no longer experience authenticity. We consume it like seasoning on an otherwise bland product. A pixelated border or uneven lettering doesn't signal human struggle. They're algorithmic cues designed to trigger trust. The problem isn't that originals are copied, but that the original is dead and replaced by its simulation.
We have a new human being, and that's Chris Potter of Memetics Corporation, a new synthesizer, the Yamaha DX100, and a new computer, the Commodore Amiga.
Deepfake detectors are trained on deepfakes, a self-defeating paradox in an arms race of deceptions. When anti-fake tools learn from fakery itself, they become obsolete the moment newer simulations emerge. It's like trying to spot forgeries by studying other forgeries, your standards collapse under their own weight. This creates a loop where authenticity is not discovered, but manufactured, and detection becomes just another performance of trust. Let's pause here for a voice from the front line of digital authenticity. These tools promise to detect lies by measuring statistical patterns, but in doing so, they replace historical truth with probabilistic confidence. The algorithm doesn't ask, was this real? It asks, how much did it look like reality to me? This shifts trust into a performative act, no longer rooted in fact, but in the illusion of consensus. Now, let's hear from a legal perspective. The state of Illinois tried to regulate deepfakes with laws requiring disclosure labels. But the problem is already too fast for governance. By the time legislation is passed, new fakery is already rewriting the rules. Laws can't keep up because they rely on stable definitions of truth, while algorithmic culture thrives in flux. The result: a legal framework chasing ghosts.
So it really doesn't depersonalize music, I think, but rather maybe humanizes computers, I guess I would.
Neil Postman once said that technology doesn't just change our tools, it changes how we think about truth itself. In Es Technopolis, he warned of a world where meaning dissolves under the weight of efficiency. When every word is algorithmically optimized, when every image can be endlessly replicated, what does real even mean anymore? The original no longer exists to anchor us. Instead, we measure value by how well something mimics its source. This isn't just cultural, it's philosophical. It's a shift in perception. When we can no longer trust what looks real, we lose the ability to even question reality. The more fakery saturates our daily lives, the harder it becomes to recognize truth. Postman's warning about epistemic erosion, a culture forgetting how to think in terms of belief rather than data, is not just academic anymore. It's happening in our social media feeds and generative art tools. We are building a world where authenticity is no longer a human judgment, but an algorithmic score. And with that, Van Gogh once lamented how photography flattened human character into chemical processes. Today, that flattening is algorithmic. We are in an age where nothing is rare enough to be sacred, because everything can be duplicated without cost or consequence. The death of the original isn't just a cultural problem, it's spiritual. If there's no such thing as scarcity, then how do we create reverence? How do we recognize genius when every copy is just another version of the same? In algorithmic culture,